So I was on a swing trade on XAUUSD, which is gold, from last week Wednesday, and I just closed at a level of break even today. So that trade, I was on my funded account. I was expecting that trade to hit take profit, and after hitting take profit, I'll be expecting to leave the account till I make my first payout. But then today I got a break even. I was on two positions, one closed in profit and the other closed in loss. So I just closed the two positions. But after that, I took another trade on Euro GBP, which is today, and then the trade has brought me back up. So it has brought me back to the minimum amount I can withdraw, and I'll be able to make my first ever payout in Forex. Yes, I'll be able to make my first ever payout in Forex. And I just want to share how the journey has been going so far. Last week has been good. Last 2 weeks has been good. The last 3 weeks, it was a losing streak, which I was very calm. That was my first ever significant losing streak, and I was very, very, very calm in it, to the point that I knew that I was going to recover from it. I've been trading for 4 years. Yes, for 4 years now. I got into 4 years either September or October this year, which is like 3 months ago. Yes, I got into 4 years trading. And if the journey has been very hard for you, I'm going to say it's normal. It's a normal thing. At this point, I can actually be confident and say it's a normal thing. But to you who is watching this video, or who is facing that kind of thing in trading, it is not going to look like a normal thing at all, because that is what I want to share right now. I want to share my experience and how it went. So starting out trading, right, it was a bit bumpy because I was not having a phone. I was actually learning from using my dad's phone. I've mentioned that and all. I'm not going to go through that, but my focus in this video is that I want to talk about how it's going to feel to some people while trading. It is going to feel like one of the hardest thing you've ever done. That's what it felt for me. Trading has been the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. It has been the hardest thing I have ever done in my life. I'm not going to say it is the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. Yes, because there are so many sacrifices you're going to make, and it's normal. It's a normal thing. You're going to make so much sacrifices to the point that you would get ignored by people. You would be seen as a gambler. Yes, as a gambler. That is one significant thing. Anytime I get close to like a friend or someone, get to know someone new, and I tell them you're into trading and into all that, the next thing they start seeing you as a gambler. Do you know how they see all those sports better? People that bet in sports, they just look at them like they are not humans, like madmen. They classify them same with mad people. That is the same way they are going to see you as well. You say you trade Forex, and then you don't have any proof to show for it. Yes, you don't have any proof to show for it. That is why at some point, after like 1 year into, 2 years into, I stopped telling anybody I was into Forex. If you ask me what I was doing, I was just saying, I'm doing some things online. Oh, sorry, I'm into crypto. The crypto is down. The crypto hasn't gone up and all that. That's the excuse you give. I don't say I'm into Forex trading. Yes, I don't say I'm into Forex trading. So there is this so much effort. Yes, Forex is not something that you will just put in minimal effort and expect results. Though when the thing gets better, that is how it is. You just put minimal effort and get good results. But for the learning part, that is the hardest part, and that is what I'll say I'm even lucky in. Why I'm lucky in Forex is because since my year one, I never ever came with the mindset that okay, I want to start making money. The main mindset was I want to learn this thing before I start making money. Yes, that is why I don't come here and say, oh, I lost a so amount of money. I lost $1,000 in trading. I have never said that on my channel, because I was never ever at that point where I will just learn a little and say, okay, let me just put this, let me try this. I never had this thing. I'm this kind of person where I want to plan so well before I actually do anything. So anytime I found Anytime I need to fund my trading account, I would make sure that I have tested what I've been learning for about a month. Yes, I always made sure I knew what I was doing. So if I found and I blew the account, I would go back to learning. I was just so bent on learning. So the trading thing, right, is very hard at some point. If you're Nigerian, at some point you know that at some point you start feeling as if someone from your village is trying to stop your success with trading. That's how it will feel like. There is a time where you just keep getting. I can tell you 2023, as of 2023, when I was learning, I hardly see take profits. It's as if I don't even know what a take profit is. It is just take trade, stop loss, take trade, stop loss. It was just consistent stop losses, consistent losses. Trust me. You wonder, this is an uncertain market. How is it that the odds is always against me? How is the odds always against me? I'll take a trade in a month, even though I used to take a lot of trades that time. I'll take like 30 trades in a month, and I'm losing 25, I'm losing 27. It seems like I'm lying, but that is actually it. I don't know if someone is experiencing that. A whole year, it was just consistent losses. I think I've gone like straight 3 months straight losses. It's just that I wasn't journaling that time, so I cannot really confirm that. So there was a time where it was just consistent losses, and it was very, very frustrating at that time. How the people who knew you were into Forex, how are you going to come up and tell them you're still doing this thing? Someone will ask me, what's up with Forex? And I say, that's always the answer. That's always the answer. The Forex is, that is always the answer. That is always the answer. But it eventually gets easy. Trust me, but at this, it felt like it was never going to happen. That's how the journey was. As of 2022, 2023, 2024, even till this year, it kept feeling as if I would never going to see progress. It just kept feeling as if it's getting more harder and more harder and more harder. But deep down, I didn't know it was even getting easier. So that's how the thing is. It feels like it's getting harder, but behind it's actually getting easier. It's just you that don't know it. At some point, you just start seeing things will start becoming clear. That's how the thing is. That is just how the thing is. At some point, the thing will just start getting clear. So 4 years into this thing, I don't know how long you've been into. I know a lot of my viewers here haven't even reached that 4 years, and you don't need to reach 4 years to get that. What I'm going to tell you is that there are very, very wrong informations in trading. The most easiest information, you can just get bent on that and learn, and it's going to work for you. These are just the two important things. That I'm going to say. So, as I mentioned again, for the past few months, things have just been aligning, and finally I'm going to get my first ever payout. So I just hope this problem doesn't do me anything. I just hope I get my first payout. If I get my first payout, I'm going to drop it. I've been dropping my weekly reviews, which I said I'm not going to get excited when I pass phase 1. I didn't get excited. I didn't get excited when I passed phase 2. Trading the funded, I wasn't excited. Even now, which I am expecting the first payout, I'm not really excited because I don't know what the problem can do. So let me wait. Let me see the payouts first. Then let's see. Maybe you can get excited at that point. I guess the reason why I'm not too excited is because of how numb I've gotten to a lot of losses. Forex is going to break you. That's the reality. Forex is going to break. It is hard. But at this point, bro, just 1 month. This good funded account which I've been trading, is it up to 1 month? I don't think it's up to 1 month, and I'm already in the funded. That's how fast. And I just passed another account. I don't want to say this. I'll say this in the weekly review. These are the good news I'm keeping for next weekly reviews, which is coming on Sunday. So let me just leave that there are good news coming. So good things will just happen very fast. It will take you a very long time to get there, but then it happens very, very, very fast. So I'm still not excited yet. I'm still trying to grow. I'm still trying to perfect what I'm doing. I'm not going to say I'm perfect yet. I'm still trying to perfect what I'm doing. And then maybe getting excited and all that. So that's all for this video. I would really, really appreciate if you like, if you subscribe, and I'll catch you in another video.